Welcome back, everybody. If you're looking for something truly haunted this Halloween, we have something special for you. This Friday, the Collingswood Civic Collective is holding its first ever Haunted Collingswood event at a mansion in South Jersey. And who better to guide you through it than a psychic medium? Kym Donovan is here with us with more. Hey, Jim, who do you have?
Good morning, Janelle. Well, the Hurley Mansion in Collingswood really has an interesting past. Built back in the 1850s, it's changed hands multiple times over the decades. And at one point, the Scottish Rite Auditorium was added to the property. Many believe that spirits of the past are still lingering there. So joining me now is psychic medium and paranormal investigator Kym Durham. So Kym, so nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
For people that are not familiar, what is a psychic medium? What do you do?
So I can connect with energy. So as a psychic, I perceive energy on people, places, and then I see energy of opportunity. Kind of like an iPad over your shoulder where I see dates and names superimposed. If I see things as a loop of video, I know that's a bit of a speed bump. And when I work on forensic cases, I often see cases in those movie clips and describe the suspects and the murder scene, if you will. As a medium, I can connect with spirit receiving energy. So it's like I hear, see, and feel them. And it's like hearing a radio station and seeing a television station. Most can't.
So this building has a long history, and people have reported strange things happening there.
They have. I mean, when I go into a property, I never want to know anything about it. I go in cold. And so when I first walked in, I went through the sunroom of the property, and I started to hear babies crying. And I said, wait, there's babies crying here. And then I went upstairs and walked around the area. And here I found out later that there was 2 hospitals at this location.
Wow.
One was a women's hospital that the doctor actually moved to Cooper Hospital. And prior to that, it was a home for unwed mothers.
Wow, so there's a history there. So when you go in and do a paranormal investigation, what is the goal here?
Well, it depends. I mean, if people in their home or their businesses are feeling that there's a lot of activity, it's in the hopes of maybe communicating with them and seeing what they're upset about, meaning those spirits that are still there, if there's an intelligence to it and they can communicate with me, and hopefully quiet down the energy there.
When you were at the Hurley Mansion, Mr. Hurley actually came through, and he's been dead for 100 years.
He has. He's been seen a lot of times. And when I went upstairs to the second floor, there is an area that Paula, who's the person that runs the Scottish Rite and does a fabulous job, I walked into his office and I heard a man's voice. I could see what he looked like. It's like seeing a picture in my head. And I could hear a man's voice say to me, kind lady, would you ask the young lady in my room to move my cabinet from the closet back to its rightful corner? And when I spoke to Paula, she had eyes this big and said, yes, his cabinet's in the closet right now, and I'll do what I can to move it back.
Wow. So when you go to these places, these are some of the tools. So what are these briefly?
Basically, this is a REM pod. It emits an electromagnetic field, and so when I turn it on, it'll start to beep when that field is broken. It'll also give you temperature changes.
Oh, okay.
And if there's an intelligence, meaning they can answer yes/no questions, I'll use this. It'll turn green and they can tap this area or interrupt that energy field for a yes, and then red is blue. Pardon me, red is for stop or no.
Flash different colors.
Yes,
and stuff
it will.
Like that. So you're dealing with strangers here, but I mean, obviously you've done hundreds of appearances and thousands of readings for people where you're connecting people with their loved ones that they actually know.
Yeah, for me, my mediumship, my background in nursing, shout out to all those Penn Presby nurses. I used to fix broken bones and broken hearts back in the day. Now I help heal hearts in a different way, is what I say. Connecting with a loved one who's crossed, sharing some messages, maybe sharing some information that something happened recently in their life that their loved one who's crossed actually knows about it and will speak of it. It's kind of like getting a hug from heaven, is what I say.
And closure and just, it's just nice to connect.
It is. They check in, so to speak.
This event on Friday is sold out.
Yes. Wow.
Because it was literally, sold out quickly. But you do a ton of other events, so we'd like to direct folks to your website. It's KymDurham.com, and that's Kym with a KYM. am,
Yes.
because you're doing events throughout the year, throughout our region.
Yes, I am, and thank you.
Oh, this has been just
It's
great.
going to be fun. It really is. I look forward to everybody on the tours.
Thank you so very much, and we're going to toss it over to Kate. Kate, what's the weather going to be like Friday for this?